just do it. Just start. Whatever, I don't care, whatever it is. If it's something that's in you, if that's just something that you have passion for, something that you believe in, just start it. It was one of the most scariest things I've ever done, but like once you kind of get the hamster wheel going, it's like, it's so fulfilling.
Yeah. I'm not scared of that.
I low-key am.
I'm scared of failure.
You scared of failure?
Yeah.
I mean, but you gotta fail though, bro.
Just do it like Nike.
Do it like Nike. Just do it and be Delulu. You have to believe in yourself.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the second episode of the Pho Real Talk. Today, we got model, actor, all-around entertainer, Mr. Brandon Justin Hardy. What's good, Justin?
What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good?
Hey, man, I don't want to tell too much about your business, but please tell us some of the companies you've worked with.
Your boy did a little. I'm everywhere. I'm usually commercials kind of like my realm where I'm at. So Lay's potato chips, Michelob Ultra, Corona the beer, StockX for the sneakers,
for the
Fossil, TGI Fridays, brother. I've done everything from voiceover work. My hands are probably more popping than I am. Actually, people make fun of me. So like, and you know, like the commercial when they be having like the person pick up the pizza and they pull it, or it's like that grabbing the burger.
Oh, that's your hands?
That's me, bro. Yeah, man. These hands is popular out here, bro. I've done everything from TGI Fridays, Fossil again for watches.
Oh my gosh.
What is it?
I see you on Target.
The spot, Target.
Come on, man. Can't forget Target.
Pizza
Hut, Captain D Seafood. What is the Carl's Jr. is big in California, like the burgers. Dude,
Everywhere, man.
I would assume that you get a lot of manicures, right?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes they just want me to just have them cut them low, so I just kind of just keep them together. But every now and then I go up in there. I'm like, hey,
moisturize. And...
yeah, bro, I get the full thing. I'm like, give me damn thing. I'm like, I'm sitting over there, get me right, lady. Come on.
Okay.
Man, I can't do that, man. My hands.
Yeah, we got working hands, man.
But I mean, I work out a lot too, so everyone tells me like, you need to get these insured.
You can see that. Hey,
yeah,
You're a fit guy, man. You're a fit guy, man.
Hey, bro,
Put
I
the
work
guns
out,
away,
bro.
man.
Come on, help
He's a
us
model
out, bro.
too. He's a model too. Don't let that go over your head.
I do a little bit of everything, brother. You know.
But look though, how did you get into the industry? How did you start?
I always wanted to get into it, but I just didn't know exactly how. And on top of that, like my parents were real like, you gotta go to school. It was like a combination of like, traditional, making sure I went to school, but then also because like I was also just like a little bit nervous. I had to kind of work my way. So as much as I'm like, dang, I wish I was doing this sooner. I just know in like God's time, it was just me just kind of working through, just making sure I was actually ready and I can be like, I'll be able to tell somebody like, hey, you know, I kind of want to model without being like, you know, like, So after I also went to high school out here. Well, I'm from Chicago, but I moved to Houston around my sophomore year of high school. And then so I graduated high school out here on the north side, Klein Oak.
Shout out Klein Oak.
And then I went to my undergrad at UTSA. And then once I was done, go Road Runners. And once I was done, I came back here. And when I was in school, I used to work for it's called like an off-campus student housing. So basically, it's like the housing for the college students. So it wasn't on campus, but it was like around the campus.
I know what you're talking about.
So I used to work in one of those. So when I graduated, it just was like naturally for me to just kind of stick with that and get into property management. And I thought I was going to do real estate. I was just going through the flow of like, I graduated, I'm just doing everything they tell me to. But once I was like, you know, really working like a 9 to 5 and being in front of a desk, bro, I think it was like, I realized I'm not like diagnosed like professionally, but I know for sure I have ADHD. I can't sit still. So when I was like in the actually in like office, like working, being in front of a computer for like 9 hours, it was killing me. Like anytime they had any type of, hey, you want to go do this around? Let's go. Let's go. I would be ready to run up out of that. I hated it, bro. And I used to just complain about it. And it was just like, I got tired of complaining about it. And one of my friends was like, well, what the heck do you want to do? And I'm like, you know, I don't know. I was like, I just couldn't even say it. I was like, I would like to
model.
Yeah, I was like, you know, I could take some pictures. And, you know, because at the time, Instagram, this is probably like maybe like circa 2016, 2017. So at this time, it's like the influencers are really kind of popping. Like obviously influencers. Like,
so who do you recall from that time that was blowing up?
Oh, bro, probably like.
Who did you look up to?
I don't know if I had anyone that I was like looking up to, but I just say it was in that era of like, people were doing like skits and like
That was
Vine
the
was
Vine
going like
days.
King
Okay,
Bach
okay.
and what was the shorty with the big? She's not even that. Sorry, see, I'm talking about. It's a girl.
That's
Listen,
good.
she's like a influencer DJ. She was like one of the first ones at the time. She was booming. She kind of like a workout girl. Kind of got. She kind of a little
Summer
bit.
Rae.
Yes.
Summer Rae.
Oh, okay.
She was like, it was that people were like
Right,
all
right,
into
right.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So I was just like looking like, man, like I kind of want to do something like this, but I just don't know how.
Yeah.
And so after me complaining about it and just like not liking my job, my friend was like, yo, I have a friend who's a photographer and he's looking for people to shoot. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, oh, you pulling my head. But I was like, okay, cool. But I told myself, like, I'm going to do it. And if I get like 2 pictures that look decent, okay, cool. But if I like do awful, I'm never doing this again. I'm just like, this ain't for me. But
So we can all assume that those pictures turned out to be
bro,
great.
them pictures
Yeah,
came out a
man.
little crispy, man. That's
Look where he is now, man. Look where he is now, man.
Hey, Kevin, did you ever grow up and wanted to be an influencer, content creator, or model?
Yeah, man, I still do, man.
Okay.
Hey, you
I
can do
still
it, bro.
do. I
Hey.
appreciate that, man.
Okay,
I need that motivation.
So for someone like Kevin, right?
Uh-huh.
Say how does he get into the industry? How would
Yeah, where do I
someone-
start?
Yeah, where does he start?
Brother, there's no right or wrong way to start. So to piggyback on like how I got started, there's no right or wrong way, but I just basically started, once I did that photo shoot, I just started to reach out to people all on Instagram and just ask.
So you were doing the reaching out.
Yeah, once I did that, I did that like that shoot, and I was like, okay, I had 2 pictures that came out. From there, I was all in DMs like, yo, how much would it be for an hour to work with you? So there's no right, wrong way to start, and especially since we're in such the age of the influencer, bro, I'll just say, take your pictures, post them on your Instagram. I did the traditional way because I was older, and I was like, how do I make money off this? That was my thought process. But right now, I feel like you guys are a little bit younger than me, so you could just
I'm 23.
Okay, so like right now, this is the perfect time for you to just really,
Start somewhere, man.
Start somewhere.
Figure life out.
Post your pictures online. Just get a feel for the market of like what you're trying to represent or like what you want to do, and then from there you can just blossom and do whatever. But I wanted to do the traditional way because
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, nothing wrong with it. It's just so many different ways. But I just want to do it because I was older and I was trying to figure out how I make money off this.
Okay.
I was like, I'm in Texas. This is not like a LA or New York where everybody's just kind of like, I'm a actor, I'm a this and that. I'm
Right,
like,
right.
everyone's
Influencer,
like,
social
yeah,
media,
'cause
all
people
that.
to this day, they still like, oh, so you're still doing
That's
like
for LA and New
like,
York.
yeah, like,
Definitely
oh,
LA.
Is that like can you do this forever? Like those are always the questions. It's like, so wow, so what is your everyday like? How do you make money? And I'm like, here they go. So
Yeah,
it's
man.
just
But those are good questions, though.
They are, but-
We were going to ask you, what's your
It
day-to-day
is,
basis
it
like?
is. You know what?
What do you do?
Brother, my day-to-day, I just basically, since I told you I want to be like a full-on entertainer, my hand is in just like so many different pots within, I guess you could say, the entertainment realm. So obviously I have like a talent agent that like I'm signed with. I have them in different like markets. I have one in Texas, one in Chicago, one in
Worldwide.
Portland, and one in Florida.
Yeah.
You just want to have your hand in different pots so they can help you get as many jobs as you possibly can, right?
Yeah.
So, and then they know I'm doing everything. I'm doing voiceover, I'm doing this and that. So during the day, if I don't have anything lined up, I'm like doing auditions, obviously working out on my health and stuff. I'm taking acting classes. I'm taking
you're a busy guy,
voiceover.
is
Yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
taking
hearing.
voiceover classes. I also do like work events on the side. Like
Okay.
it's called being a brand ambassador. So like I work anything from like pop-ups to conventions to music festivals.
Mr. Does it all, bro. That's what he's trying to
and
tell
you
us.
just have to you got to get it yourself. It's like, it was one of the most scariest things I ever done, but like once you kind of get the hamster wheel going, it's like, it's so
One of the best
fulfilling.
things
Yeah,
you
it's
do.
one of the best
Yeah.
things because it's just like, I basically make my own bread.
Like, I
can't-
did it,
yeah,
man.
But,
like, I
but
got
that's
I
so
did it.
crazy because you made it happen. Like, I didn't even think you would like reach back out to me to
Bro,
be on
no.
this
Mr. Hollywood
episode.
over here.
But that's,
Dude, I mean, I'm
Shout
still
out
a
to
small
Mr.
fry.
Brandon
I'm still
Justin
a,
Hardy,
hey, appreciate
man.
it. I'm still a small fry, man. I'm just out here just working. I'm very proud of the things I've done and the amount of time I have, but there's so much more for me to do. And right now, it's just kind of been like just trying to lay the foundation. That's why I'm just like, I'm doing as many commercials as I can or what I
Right.
get booked for, whatever they are putting me in, I'm just like, let's go. And then from there, once I kind of, get things going, then I can kind of be selective. I'm like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do. But right now, I'm like, whatever you throwing to me, if it's bread, I ain't doing nothing crazy. My mom ain't gonna be ashamed. Like, let's go.
So speaking of the accomplishments and accolades, right?
Yeah.
Which one are you most proud of?
I was thinking about that too. I was like, I bet y'all gonna ask me that.
Because you shot for a lot of big companies.
A lot.
I'm probably gonna say the biggest one, just the coolest one, probably is gonna be StockX, because like that was like the one I was like, yeah, like the homies is gonna be like, oh, you in StockX, and like it was like all like it was like the ad on like YouTube. So let's say you're like watching a music video or something on YouTube, it would be like the ad in between.
Right.
Yeah.
So many of my homies was like,
Who that?
yo, like
that's my homeboy.
Yeah, like,
That's my
dope.
Brandon.
And then when you would buy the shoes from StockX, when they would send you home like with the box, my picture was in it. So all the homies
That's
that were like
dope.
buying stuff from StockX, it was like my picture. Like they had like this little like panther, like, oh, thank you for shopping with StockX,
That's
and my
dope.
picture was on it. And I was like,
Okay.
You got that? You got that
Yeah.
thing? You still got the little.
but it's somewhere at the
postcard
crib.
thing?
It's somewhere at the crib. But
Do
I
they still have that? Because I'm trying to buy me a pair now. What's up?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, probably not. It's been a minute, but that was probably like my coolest. And then the second one after that is gonna be I did that commercial with Michelob Ultra, and they showed it during the.
You drink?
Yeah. So do I drink? I mean, yeah, occasionally, but I'm not the biggest beer person. But I mean, it was a Summer Ale. That's what the product was, and it was
Okay.
pretty cool because like that was shown during the Super Bowl pregame show. So it wasn't the actual Super Bowl where you get all the big bucks, but it was before.
yeah.
It
You-
was,
it
but
was
it was
there.
cool. People was still looking up.
But you working your way towards the Super
There
Bowl
you go,
commercial.
bro.
We
You
never
gotta
know.
crawl
We
before
might,
you
we
ball,
might see
brother.
you. We
There
might
you
see
go,
one of
man.
these days in a Super Bowl commercial.
Hey, God willing, bro. You
Yeah,
gotta
man.
crawl before you ball.
So you remember your first, brand deal or?
My
Modeling
first
gig?
Yeah, the first one that I did when I like immediately got signed was Academy.
Academy.
Man, that was my first job.
Yeah,
That was
Academy.
my first
man.
job.
They had me suited up like a football player. Like when you would walk in on the side, like where it was like the pads and stuff. Like I had a little picture there, and like when they did like the weekly ads, where they had like the little paper, I was like on the front page. That was pretty cool.
So, were you always like an extrovert?
Yeah, bro. I've always been. I have siblings, but like for the most part, I was like the only child growing up until like I was like maybe like 15, 16.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a little brother and sister, fraternal twins, but they'll be 18 in a week or two. Time is flying.
I was just
But
about to say
yeah, but for the most part, I was the only child. So like I used to just have to just be, make friends quickly, and we moved around a lot. I was firstborn, so we were trying to figure it out. We was going between
okay.
Chicago here, then moving around to pick which area, and then by the time we got here to Houston or the north side of Houston, I was already a sophomore in high school, so I had been moving around and making friends.
Yeah,
like that was
basically all
yeah.
your life.
I used to always just like, hey, I was always me by myself, so I gotta find somebody to be a friend with. So I'll crack a joke, as long as somebody will laugh. Like, there you are,
friend.
My boy.
friend.
So what's your favorite city and why?
Of course, it's always gonna be Chicago. That's hometown. But dude,
Okay.
I recently went to San Diego, man, and if I could retire, that's probably gonna be the city I would like to retire.
The beach is
Bro,
beautiful.
it was something about flying into that city, and the airport is right on the coast. That. It did something to me, man. I don't know what it was. That was like the first time I like left a place and I was like actually like
I need a
depressed.
shot, man.
Like I was
Yeah,
like,
man.
I don't want to go. I'm in the airport. Like I don't know how to fix this.
You got any dream vacations or places you want to visit?
Brother, for sure. Just probably going over, just overseas. I have my passport, but I've only been to like Mexico and Mexico, Colombia, and then Puerto Rico still U.S. territory.
Anywhere
but-
specific overseas, like
Or just overseas? in
you
general?
talking about Europe, Asia,
Yeah,
or what?
all of Europe, Asia, probably Tokyo,
Okay, Japan.
for
I feel
like
sure.
that's everybody's
Japan,
thing,
yeah,
man.
everybody
Everybody loves
bro.
Japan.
That and then K-pop. My little sister got me into all that stuff. This jumping over there, it's just so far advanced. So when she showed me the videos, I'm like, I low key do want to
She's a
go. over
K-pop
there.
fan?
Oh,
She's based.
She is based down, bro. She had me watching that. It was a show called like Dream Academy with the girls. They be training them
man.
girls, bro.
I know what you're talking about.
Why they be that stuff is? But that's needed, okay? That's called artist development. You can't just tell me you want to be a star. I need to know, okay? You need to
Okay.
wake up, go to school, and get your ass out there and dance for about 4 hours before you tell me.
It's good though, because we all have different passions. You know what I'm saying? Yours
Yeah.
is obviously modeling, content creating,
yeah.
stuff like that. So if you could choose another career path, what would it be?
Or would you even change career paths?
Yeah, you don't have to change, but
Yeah.
if you could go back in time,
No, if I can go back in time, I probably would have did this sooner. I just would have had to build
Okay.
that
Okay.
confidence up. Because I was just like, I don't know what I was doing. I was in college. I was just letting things go by. I was just there, just on a vibe, just like, hey.
Letting days go by.
Then, you know, if I go back again, I probably would have just like, I shouldn't have any regrets, and I don't. But if I did go back, I would probably do the whole like maybe gap year, space it out, like to know like what it is that I really wanted to do. Because I was just kind of going with the, you graduate, cool. Now what's next?
Yeah,
college. Cool, boom. I'm just doing there. I'm just hanging out. So like I just wasn't really putting two and two of like what I really wanted to do.
Okay.
And then that's when I actually did graduate, and I was like,
what now?
what now? I'm working this job. I'm like, but this can't be it. This is not it for me. I'm like,
So Kevin, if I'm not mistaken, you dropped out of college, right?
I did.
Do you regret your decision?
Sometimes. But
Why?
right. Because sometimes, you know, the job I do is really hard labor. So sometimes I do wish I was behind a desk, not doing the labor. But then what he was saying, I can't really sit behind a desk
In a
for 9,
cubicle?
10 hours. Yeah, in a cubicle. Like I'm claustrophobic, man. I can't sit around a little cube like that for 9, 10 hours.
I get you.
and the thing is, brother, you can always go back. So
Yeah.
that's always like the cool thing about that. I mean, you know, it is what it is. You realize like what you like and what you don't when you realize you spend all that damn money.
But that's the crazy concept of time, though. Time is valuable, man.
Time is, it is.
You can't go back in time, but you can always try to be better in the future, right? You can manage your time better.
True.
can.
I mean, you know, all those things are true, but I just try to like think of it as like, yeah, time is there, but like sometimes you need that. You just patience. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, I think like with having social media and everything, we just be feeling like, you know, if I'm not doing it right now, of like, oh my God, I dropped out now. Like, oh my God, I'm a failure. But it's like, you know,
That's not the case, man.
that's not
Like,
the case. You know, it's just at the end of the day, just think of it as a blessing of like, yo, at least you're not wasting money right now. You
Yeah.
dropped out because you were like, this is not serving me right now. But when you go back, or if you do decide to go back, or if let's say you find a skill or something, when you're like,
Right.
I'm really passionate about it. I really love doing podcasts and content creating. I want to go back and do production, and I want to get into this and that.
Broadcasting,
Yeah. So when you go back and you're doing what you actually love, it won't feel like it. And then you'll be like, you know, you'll be really into it.
you have
and
more passion
you have more
and more
passion
drive to
and
do it, yeah.
you know,
So-
going straight into it, sometimes you just are wasting money because you just don't know. Who knows what the heck they want to do at 17,
Yeah, I did waste
18,
a couple
19,
years.
20. Yeah.
So to speak on that, right?
Yeah.
Would you say figuring out yourself was the hardest part of your journey thus far?
No, I think that it was just having the confidence to say I wanted to do it. That's probably what was like
Right.
the hardest part. But once you do, and once you kind of like peel that, like, you know, that Band-Aid back and actually
Right,
go
right.
for it, then it's
Gotcha.
like everything just starts opening up. You're just like,
Opportunity,
yeah,
doors
opportunity.
open.
You're like, dang, why did I think of this? And that's what it'd be like. You'd be like, dang, you know, I don't want to have no regrets, but like, if I would have did this
It's
sooner,
sooner,
then I
man.
would have been, you know, like,
Yeah.
hey. So
Hey Kevin, are you like afraid to open up? Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are scared to put themselves out there.
true.
Are you?
I'm not scared of that.
I low key am.
I'm scared of failure.
You scared of failure?
Yeah. But like,
I mean, but you gotta fail though, bro. That's like the thing of you have to. I eat so many no's up. Like when you do auditions and stuff and everything, like you just our big thing is they'll tell you submit and forget, because basically you get all these auditions that come in and you do them,
Yeah.
and then they don't even like you know, like you do a regular job and they'll
Yeah.
tell you like, hey, you know, or
Thank
like
you for your.
yeah, they'll even send you a letter, or maybe they'll like, you can call and be like, hey, I'm just checking on the update status.
Yeah.
They're like, unfortunately, we went somewhere else. You're like, okay, cool.
Okay, so-
when you audition, they don't tell you. You just basically,
Oh, yeah, no.
you just do it, and then you just gotta basically forget it. And then if you do get the job and they hit you back,
They don't tell you till like months later. Sometimes they just ghost you.
no, basically I know, or everyone's different, but how I know is that basically I look at the dates of like, okay, they want me to submit this audition by this date. They're having callbacks on this date. They're shooting by this date.
Okay.
If I know that I haven't got any word
In
from
the
them by that
shoot,
due date, then I would
Forget
say,
about it.
yeah,
Just
it's just
forget
like,
about
you know,
it.
it's cool.
So that's
But
how you handle like the nose and the.
you just basically have to, you just gotta keep fighting, keep swimming, keep pushing. Whatever it is that's driving you, you have to just keep on going, because you literally eat up nose on a daily.
Same model for life. Keep pushing. Got to keep pushing.
Right, I just say you get closer to basically all those no's are gonna get you closer to those yes.
Yeah.
So as much as I'm like, I don't like it, I'd rather go through all these no's now.
And get to
so
the
then I
yes.
get to that yes. So I'm like, you gonna tell me no 1,000 times so I get to my yes?
Hey,
Okay, come on,
it's-
hurry
it's
up, let's get it out the way.
It's the same. It's the same for people that are applying for jobs, college grads. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how many rejections they get? How many rejection emails they get? My friends, they graduated from UT and they haven't gotten a job still. Not even an internship.
Yeah, my friends too, man. From U of H, Texas A&M, like even all the big schools. Not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard.
I'm starting to think like, why I even stayed in school? But I'm so close to finishing, so I'm gonna finish.
Yeah, bro. And the thing is, with getting your degree, it usually just kind of just states that basically that you were given a task and you're able to finish it.
Right.
Yeah.
And
That's
yeah, that's like I mean, obviously you have your different, schools and your different, like engineering,
Degrees
doctor,
and
yeah,
stuff.
degrees
Yeah.
and stuff. So, and obviously, if you want to be a certain type of person, you may have to go through, different degrees to get what you want to get. But I think I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
You good? It's all good.
You go through things of like you have to push through to get to where you want to go, but like you need to sometimes you gotta go through it. You gotta make sure you get
Right.
those tasks done to get to the bigger goals. So
Yeah.
that's kind of like the main gist of it. That's why I believe it's just like, hey, you got a task, you got to finish it. But
Okay.
So if you could go back in time, would you finish school?
I don't think so, man. I don't think I would.
Okay.
I like where I am right
That's
now.
fair.
With
or maybe he's just gonna take a minute to
figure
chill,
myself
figure himself
out,
out, and then if he's
figure
like,
what I
yo,
like.
yeah,
That's
if he's
totally fine. That's totally okay.
Yeah, like I'm saying right now, I wouldn't. In the past, I wouldn't. Maybe like next year, I would want to go back in the 2 years,
Right.
a couple years. But right now,
you're never too
a few
old for
years
school,
ago,
right?
Yeah, nah.
You can always learn a thing or two. No
I know
matter
people
what
who are like
age.
50 who graduate college.
Oh
and,
yeah,
like,
no.
right. I
salute
mean,
to
you
them,
go
man.
back
Like-
because, it is a salute to them because they used to be like, I remember being in class and the people who were older, they were like so happy to be there, and I used to be like, oh man, I don't want to be here.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and I'm like, why am I wasting this money and doing all this? Like, I don't even want to be here, but like. It's just because I wasn't tapped into what I really wanted to do. If
Exactly,
I
right.
would have been honest with myself and I was like, I don't even know theater or whatever, just doing something that was in the art realm, I probably would have been like, yeah, I just was not like, I was just like, hey, I need to get a degree. What is everyone doing? Business.
Yeah.
Hey, like, let me figure this out. Oh, marketing, I can talk to people. Like, I was just doing that.
Yeah.
But then once I got out, I was like,
I can't do this.
I'm
I
like,
can't do
bro,
this.
I am dying.
So speaking of like high school, middle school, and all that, what kind of clubs were you in? Like, what activities were you involved in?
Theater?
He did
I was
mention
like-
theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did do a little bit of like theater, a little bit, but it was mostly like my parents weren't playing, so it was it's always like something academics, and I was like AB honor roll, so it would be like some type of like, I think it was like AP classes and stuff I was taking.
Okay. What about clubs? Like, were you in like
like-
Any sports,
DECA,
any-
sports?
yeah.
Sports, oh yeah. So I actually swam, bro. I was real skinny
shit.
in high school and middle school, and I swam. So that was like kind of like what I did sports wise. I used to do a little bit of track, but mostly swimming. I think in like 5th and 6th grade we did like football a little bit, but I was too scrawny, so that didn't last too long. But swimming was what I actually like stuck with throughout middle school and high school. Clubs. I think I did a little bit of debate. Sometimes I would do the classes where like
I see it. I can see you
debate, and
debating.
then also what was it like? The morning announcements where they were like recording. Yeah, I was part of that.
like the
yeah.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
Man, I did that in, like, elementary school, man.
Welcome to the da-da-da-da. You would have to like read it, and we had to do our announcements and stuff. That was pretty cool. So I think I did that. Something with like academics and like I think also what was it like it's like a student organization like
National Junior Honor Society.
I
all
was
that.
National Honor Society, but what's the one where it's like class president, stuff like that.
Oh,
Like, I
you
think I
were
was
class
class president,
president.
one year in middle school.
You used to do it all for real, and
Yeah.
you still do it all.
Since a
I
young,
was just,
man.
I was just doing whatever I could that was like, I guess maybe fun to me at the moment, or I would just be able to hang out with friends. So if it was somebody doing something that I thought was cool, I'm like, oh, I don't want to go home. Like,
Yeah.
oh, can I do this program? So it was that, but it wasn't all the time. But
So speaking of Drake's parents, how did they react when they found out you pursued your dream?
Instead of using your degree.
Yeah.
Oh, by
Brother.
the way, what did you major in?
oh, it was like general like business. Like I think it.
Oh, okay.
It was
okay.
like at the end I was ready to get up out of there, brother. So it was.
Hey, that's how I
I feel
feel
that.
right now.
I was ready to get up
That's how I
out
feel
of
right now.
there. So yeah, I did so much for that dang on degree, and I don't do nothing. Sorry, I'm a little triggered.
I would be too, man. Nah, I wouldn't
It's
be,
all-
man.
no, I got
You
it
living the
done.
dream,
No, I
man.
got
It looks good
I
at the
got it
house
done.
though when you
Yeah,
when it's
I
framed.
got it
It
done.
look-
We only
little
got it
plaque.
framed. It's just I
What?
don't even know.
Is it in the little scroll still?
Yeah, yeah.
Under the bed? Under the dresser?
It's
In
like
the
in a
closet?
storage unit. I think.
Oh, man.
But yeah, how did your parents react?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't really exactly tell them at first.
You just don't know?
They know now, but I didn't really tell them at first.
After seeing that many commercials, they gotta know.
Yeah, but so what I did was, it was all, I say it's like God's timing, man, because so what happened was I think I like officially quit my job like right before COVID. Like I probably had.
Before you got another job lined up?
Yes. So basically like I was like between 2016, 17 is when I was like first like working and moved back to Houston, and I'm like shooting and doing things all around. But probably like maybe around like 2019 is when I actually got signed to an agency, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And so at that time, I didn't really know like exactly like how it worked. I was just like, I thought that like, hey, I'm signed, like my life is I'm finna be popping, like, baby, this
money
is it.
coming in the
money
bank.
gonna come flowing.
I'm rich, mama.
I had just signed, and I did my first little gig with Academy. I got my little quick loves. I think I got like 1,800. I was like, oh,
okay,
baby.
We made it, mama.
I was like, if I could just do this every 2 weeks, like money gonna come in. But it was like, no, grasshopper. That is not how it works. So basically, when they send you auditions, they send that to everybody. But in my mind, when I first got signed, I thought that when they sent you auditions, that meant that basically like, oh, we like, yeah, we're asking other people, but like we're gonna let's like 10 of you guys that we really like, and we're gonna send it to you. I didn't realize that meant that like I was like, they were just sending that to everyone.
So it was like a tryout.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you thought that you was gonna be the one.
I thought that like since I had got signed, that basically if you were a business and you're like, hey, I'm looking for models, and you're like, look, I thought that my agency would then send you like pictures of like all of us, and you'd be like, you know what, I like those 5 guys. Have them audition, and then I'll get back to you.
Right.
But no, they send that to everybody. They send it to all the agencies. So in the midst of me getting signed, I had got a job, I had got an audition, but it was like I had to be in Dallas for it, right? And I'm still here in Houston working. So it's like a long story, but I'm still in Houston working. I'm trying to do everything I can to get to this audition, but my boss was not letting me. It's only like at the time it was like 4 of us in the office, and I was like a leasing agent, and the girl that I worked with, she was on vacation.
So
she wasn't trying to let me leave, and I'm like, I gotta get to this audition. Like they tell you how much you're gonna make. I was like, I'm gonna make $3,000. Like I gotta get out of here. So
I tell my
she
boss
was
I'm leaving.
not. I'm telling you, I'm doing my best Oscar performance. I'm coughing. I'm doing like I'm sad. I'm breathing heavy. I'm like, I'm trying to do everything to get up
coughing
out of
on
here.
them.
Yeah, man. And so I'm doing all of this, and she still was not trying to. She wasn't trying to like go for it. And then she tried.
And which job was this?
This was me. I was working like at a property. I was doing property management, so I was like working at like this like high rise downtown.
Okay.
Like I was like the leasing agent.
Okay.
So like once I got done from school, it was like working as a leasing agent because I did the off-campus student housing, and then from there I was literally had like put my first like down payment on like doing real estate. I was gonna go to this school called Champions to get my real estate license and do everything, but I had got signed in the midst of all that. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm thinking my life is changing. I'm trying to get to this audition. My boss don't want to let me go. Finally, she calls me in the office and she tried to complain to me about like my job performance and my morale when like, bro, like 2 months prior to that, we have like these things called shops where basically they like people like kind of secretly come to your like apartment complex and they'll go through the tour.
Okay.
I had got like 100% on that.
Damn.
So I was like, you trying to tell me about my morale and everything? And it like ticked me off so much, man.
She's hating, bro.
Dude.
Two-Face, man.
After I left the office from her like scolding me, I like sat there at the desk, took a deep breath. I don't know what took over me. Like I just saw red, bro. I went to Google.
Smoke out of your ears.
Bro, I went to Google, looked up like 2 weeks resignation letters, found like a prompt one, took it, put it in a Word doc, put my name on and everything, took it out, signed it, walked into the office and was like, you know what?
I'm outie.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I don't think this is the right fit for me. And I was like, I'm really sick, so I'm really gonna go home. And I was like, here's my 2 weeks notice. Slid it to her. Got in my whip, drove to Dallas, and cried like a little baby back bitch the whole goddamn way. Because I was like, what the hell did I do?
My job,
Then got to Dallas, did the audition, didn't get the job, wound up talking to my agent, realizing that like when I get those auditions, they send it to everyone. I did my 2 weeks back in Houston, and then probably maybe like a month or two afterwards, money got low. I was struggling. I was doing odd-end jobs there. And then at the top of 2020, I was like, you know what? This is going to be my year. Da-da-da-da. And then, bam, COVID happened. But it was the greatest thing. I mean, obviously, that was, a very, like, tough time, and people lost lives. And I'm not, I'm not happy for. But, like, it made all of us like stop. And so it was just God's timing because like literally that happened in like the summer of 2019.
Yeah.
I'm like struggling all throughout that year. Then the top of the year, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take this into overdrive. Like,
And then boom.
Then we stopped and we couldn't. And then it was like, what are you doing? And then I was stuck. And I really kind of started my career was like, at that time, I was helping take care of my grandmother.
Okay.
I still do, but she had to go into the hospital a lot. And so I had to get vaccinated. And so at that time, you know, we're here in Texas. A lot of people like that I model with, they didn't want to get vaccinated. And so like when things did start opening up, they were like, hey, you have to, if you want to do this job, are you vaccinated? And I was like, yo, I'm double vaxxed. And I'm like, everybody, respect to your wishes or whatever, like,
booster shot.
But I'm like, I got everything, bro. I'm super boosted. So, if I'm going to walk and die now, everybody was doing the conspiracy theories. Your arm's going to fall off. You're going to be, I'm going to have seizures. I guess it is what it is, bro. But and so that literally started everything from there. And then from there, probably like maybe going into like the end of 2020 to 2021, like boom, things just started opening up and it took off. But
God's timing.
God's timing. But yeah, that's how it started. And so after that, during that time, I probably told my parents maybe like at the beginning of 2020, that's when I was like, okay, like these last couple months, I have not been working. I've just been out here figuring things out. And they're like, we knew something was up. You was just, I was way more like just like a present. Like if they needed me to do something, I'm like, oh yeah, cool. I was like, I could do that. I was always around. I was coming to the crib, stealing stuff out the pantry. Like, just a thank you. Yeah, I'll see you later. They like, what's going on
there's a saying out there. I live by it. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
There you go. I like that, bro. So yeah, that's what their reaction was just like, what the hell? Or what the hell? But like, I was already like, what can you do? I'm done. I
got no job.
I ain't got no.
Did you even work the 2 weeks?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I worked those 2 weeks. I worked those 2 weeks, and I got out of there, and then I think I had like, I always have like two paychecks, like, not behind, but like they pay you for like the 2 weeks prior to.
Right.
So once I did the 2 weeks, I think I had like two
Another
paychecks
2 weeks,
coming up. And then after that, that's when it was like, all right.
Money was low.
Money's tight, yeah.
Money was real tight. But thank God I had a roommate that was like, hey, bro, we just gonna figure it out. Just pay me back. And that's what I did. And I was doing everything from helping people out. You need help moving something.
Anything for quick buck. Yeah,
quick buck. I wasn't doing nothing crazy, but
So speaking of God's timing, right? you mentioned God's timing.
Yes.
So where does your faith lie?
Oh.
What got you through the tough times? Do you think it was God? Do you think it was you?
Oh, for sure it's God, bro. It's just one of those things where like you just kind of really just be like, I mean, you can believe in whatever you want, but I choose to believe in God. And so I choose to believe that it was him that pushed me through just because I am come from a family of faith. And so Missionary Baptist Church.
Okay.
And so, that's always been something that like it's always been with me. But I definitely think I tapped in from that because it's really, you're just like, God, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, is this the right thing? Like, what's going on? I quit this job. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm struggling out here. Like, is this how I'm supposed to be? Like, is this a forever thing? But it was just like,
it's temporary.
It was just like, God, tell you, it's temporary. And so literally, I mean, like, during that time, obviously it was tough, but it was able to kind of like help me work on my patience, help me work on like, hey, like, this is what you want to do, tap in. And when you have something that you really want and you're like, hey, I have no other way of like, this is, there's no plan B. Like, I have to go for this.
Yeah.
Then it kind of pushes you to really just tap in and hone in of like, what do I got to do? Okay, I need to be doing this. Let's go. I should be doing this. I'm going to do it. Any opportunity that I could.
You'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. And, I was just thinking of like, you got to drop that ego. You got to really be kind of start over fresh. But it was, like you said, God's timing, and that was really what pushed me. It was just believing and having faith and being like, I believe that, like, I was called to, like, when people ask you, like, what's your purpose or what things of that, I feel like my purpose is to, like, show people that God is within me, that there's a light within me, that like I like to think that like when I walk into a room, like I have energy to just brighten it up. That's what people tell me. Like, yeah,
we
can
saw
see
it
that
when you
right
first
now.
walked in.
Appreciate
We
it,
can
brother.
feel it.
Yeah, that's
We
what
can
people
feel the
usually
aura.
tell me. Like, hey, you got that energy, bro. Like, I love your energy, man. Da da da. So I'm like, I like the way when people tell me that, I like the way that makes me feel, and I feel like if I can somehow make a career off just being myself, like this is dope. And so that's kind of like what drawing me into like entertainment. It's like you get to entertain people, but like it helps to shine a light. And the people are like, you got this good energy. And I'm like, it's God. I'm like, I don't know. People just have different personalities. It's just always been me of just like, hey, when I like, what's up, man? I'm like looking for a friend. I'm like, I'm tall, goofy, bro. I'm like, it is what it is. You accept yourself. And once you accept yourself and you just know what you're good at and your strengths, you're just like, yo, like, how can I like monetize this? And we in this land and age and time of digital. And so you're like, yo, like, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. So
yeah, you are tall. Hey, look at the camera. For someone out there that's looking for love, how tall are you?
6'2".
Okay.
6'2", well, 6'2" and like a half. Yeah.
It's close to 6'3".
Right, it depends on the shoe, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, so Kevin, growing up, did you ever question your faith?
Not at all, man.
Okay.
It's always God first. I'm second.
Okay, amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Yeah, wasn't going on in that house, but I feel like as you get older, you like start questioning things, especially since
see so many evil things in the world.
Yeah,
You're
that
starting to
and
question,
evolution and learning stuff.
changes
I feel like I'm like I choose to believe. I have faith because I say, why not? When people be trying to like, you have people from all different walks of life and they like have different things. I'm like, why would I not want to have faith and believe in something?
Because you don't lose anything.
Yeah. Right? I'm like, if you telling me if it die and it just all go black, cool. If that's what they okay, great. But I choose to believe into something because why the heck not? To go through this evil, dark world and be like, you know what, things happen because they happen. I'm like, no, bro.
That's not how
I
it
need
works,
something.
man.
For me to keep going, I need something to please Jesus.
So you've always stayed. So that's good that you've always stayed true to yourself. Always stay true to your faith, right? You said you love that you can make people enjoy by being yourself. Has there been a shoot or like a job that made you put a front, like fake your personality?
You know what? Probably. Ooh. No, I think sometimes you like hold back. Like I don't like kind of go into the room and just be like, sometimes I've done that and then you be like,
what the hell?
Yeah, like, why are you so loud? It's like,
calm down,
okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I was a little loud. My bad, y'all. So sometimes like that, but it hasn't been a thing where I'm like, I'm faking it. It's just usually just kind of adapting and then like learning how to work the room.
They'll read the room and see the environment.
Read the room. I'm like, okay, you got the energy. Crack the jokes, but like, maybe be, tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't come in so rah. But like, that's probably one of the main things I've learned is just to like, okay, like, is everybody like, they super serious and super quiet in here?
Super goofy or super whatever, man.
Let me just, shake a couple hands, whisper, how you doing? Okay, have a great day. Don't come in like, hey, how y'all doing? Like, they like, bro, like, I can't do that.
Get out, man.
Okay.
So that's usually kind of just learning, because I think in the beginning it was more so like,
We're not energy every day.
Because that's what you expect, right? That's what you expect.
You think you finna come in, they finna give you, they like, sit here, the craft table's over there, get you a couple snacks, be quiet.
Yes.
We'll let you know we need
We'll
you.
call you.
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay. Oh, all right.
I'm sorry about that.
Kevin, this makes me want to audition for something. I don't know what though.
Hey, bro.
Start somewhere. Like he said, start somewhere, man.
What would you audition for, you think?
Trying to be on Love Island?
I could be like a circus. Bro,
No.
I cannot be on Love Island.
Come on, y'all.
One, I'm taken. And two, like, I feel like
That's right,
I feel
that's
like
right.
reality TV shows are not as real as they
Bro, they are not, brother.
wanted to paint out.
They are
I
not,
don't
brother.
think so either.
They are not. Since I've been in this industry, I've been like offered or just like, hey, like you should come down here and do this like a casting for the reality shows. And it's just a well-oiled machine of just like them
Faking it.
and
that's
like
what I mean.
setting things up. It's like, just like, hey, like I've met a couple of girls who's been like the Bachelorette, and they tell me like, or the Bachelor, I'm sorry, and then they tell me that basically they'll be like they'll get the girls together, and then they'll just like be in a hotel room like all day. You can't talk to nobody, and then once they do get you out there, they don't like force feed you, but it's just like hardly no food and tons of alcohol. So that's why the girls are like, oh, and like crying and being dramatic. Obviously, some of them like want to make sure they get their camera time.
Right.
But then I got you under the influence. Love Island is different because I don't think they drink. They literally just on an island.
Yeah,
and
I don't think they were drinking.
But like some of those shows, they just set you up. They just like basically get you nice and liquored up, and they'll just be like, okay, we want you guys to talk about this and that. go. And I'm drunk, and you telling me that this person that's with this person, and I'm like, it's just drama, bro.
For someone in the industry and knows the business,
Uh-huh.
like, do a lot of those shows require you to sign an NDA?
I think so. I mean, it just depends. I think it depends on the contract. But I mean,
Have you ever signed an NDA?
I have not. I have not, brother. I have not
Okay.
signed. Actually, I
You don't have to say it. You don't have to say
I
it.
mean, like, I think so. Like when you do, like when you do get booked for a gig, working anything from a commercial, whatever. Initially, when you get there, sometimes they may have you like sign when you're doing on your paperwork. It may be something that says like, hey, like you can't disclose.
Real small.
Yeah, like no,
Like the user agreement, and like super small.
Yeah, so I'll take it back. So I actually have signed one, but it's usually just saying like you won't like say anything about the commercial or anything going on until it comes out.
Makes sense.
Once it
Okay,
comes
yeah,
out, then you can do everything. But basically, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, the business of it, they probably do all sign NDAs of like, hey, you can't tell anyone until it comes out, and then once it does, then that's when you start get to talking about it. But
Okay, so is there like a job / gig that you wouldn't take, or you're still in the mindset of I'll take anything that comes my way?
a job that I wouldn't take.
Like something that doesn't align with your morals.
Or
Would
your
you still-
personality, or
Yeah, would
whatever.
you still take it if the money's there?
It just depends, bro.
10 mil for you to do something crazy.
Right? I feel like
10 mil.
not all money is good money.
That's
I mean,
what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, it just
it's
depends.
10 mil,
It just depends. I don't know.
So
I'm
do
not
you
gonna be
have,
doing
like,
no
a-
porn or nothing like anything like that. That's why I was just thinking. I was like, you were saying more. So I'm like, that's the only thing else I could think that it would be like.
Hold on. So speaking of that, how do you feel about OnlyFans and adult content creators?
I'm like, get it how you live. I just can't. I just,
So if they offer,
nah, my family is too. They too.
yeah,
my
he's a
parents
man
are
of
family
faith.
young.
He's a man of faith.
I mean, I just was. You ever seen people like I'm goofy, right? So like, I just like see people that are in the industry that kind of have like that like overall like I'm that
That tough
dude,
guy
I'm
look,
that
yeah.
tough sexual guy, and like I know some of them, and the stuff that they tell me of just like when you kind of like lead that, it just kind of like it's not, I guess the word I shouldn't say is like warranted of it, but like, I guess when you like kind of like live that lifestyle, people just kind of like flock to you. You can't control what other people are going to like think
about you,
So
yeah.
yeah, so if I known for doing that adult content style and everything else, when I'm just walking out, chilling outside and you notice me, I can't
Hey, he
control.
does
Yeah,
that.
you can't control what people like come up to you and like
I've
do,
seen
right?
him before.
Yeah, so like they would tell me stuff of just people just like coming up to them like, yeah, I know what you do, and like coming like I wouldn't know.
They come whisper in your ear
Bro,
and
I would
like-
be like, oh my god, like like I was just doing that. That's online, like I wouldn't know what I would do if I was out with my family and someone's like.
I know what you.
Yeah, give me
But-
that look.
Nah,
That stuff makes me awkward, man. I'd be like, oh, okay.
But you know what the craziest part? Those people, they already know that though. They already knew that people would know what they do.
Yeah, they knew what they signed up for.
They're mentally
You gotta
prepared.
have like some people just got that confidence. It's just like I don't get no fucks, and I'm like, bro,
You're
when
not
I
there
see
yet.
I'm not there yet, brother. I'm like, I don't know if I ever get there, but I'm like, get it how you live, bro. They make
Hey, man.
You're making bread. If you're taking care of your family, the car looks nice, the apartment
House
looks
looks
good.
like a house, man. It's not even an
As
apartment.
long as you take
Condos,
care of
yeah.
yourself, get yourself tested, go ahead.
Do what you gotta do, man.
I just don't know how I would feel if my mom was like, "Is this you?" And I'm just somewhere.
Give me that phone, mama.
I'm like, oh, I would just, oh God,
I'd probably pass out.
I'm like,
What's
oh,
the closest
no.
thing then? What's the closest shoot that made you like, I don't know, like
second
I might
guess
pass-
if I
yeah,
took
second
the
guess, but you
job.
still end up doing it.
I think probably like just in the beginning, just like doing photo shoots and just like working with different photographers. Sometimes you got the weird people who like, yeah, I want to do this, and then you see the stuff that they want you to do, and I'm like,
What's the weirdest
you
thing?
gotta tell
Please tell us a story of the time where you had the weirdest encounter with the cameraman.
oh God, oh,
Was he
Lord.
like Brandon? Like,
It just some stuff I just was not going for. Like, like
tell us,
It's just
please.
sometimes someone be like, hey, like, let's shoot, and like, oh, I can only get the studio time for like 7 to like 9 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, so like, all right,
You can't
cool.
bring
And
anyone
then,
with
yeah,
you.
They don't do that. They do the girls like that. The girls go through a lot. But
oh
it's-
yeah, I already know.
yeah, I usually just kind of, I'm like, I'm keeping it super professional. I'm like, I needs to be there during the daytime hours. Like, let's go through everything. Let's have mood board inspo. So it's usually just, I haven't had any type of, thank God, any type of like crazy like encounters, but it's been more so just like people telling me of like, hey, like this is what I want to shoot, and then they'll send me the inspo, and it's just a whole bunch of just nakedness and booty cheeks and stuff out. Like I've done some stuff, kind of applying them, and like I work hard for this, so you're like, okay, cool, but some stuff I'm like, hell no, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, like I'm like, I'm gonna get back to you, or like, I'll just try to, I'll just like lie, bro. Dang, I'm telling my business, but I'm like, sometimes I'll just be like, oh, something that came up, man. I don't think I'll be. Let's run this back, and then I'll just be like, hell no, I won't block you, but I'm just like, we not finna shoot, Hopefully you get somebody else.
So are you at that point where your confidence is just so high that where there's like 30 people around you and you're just shirtless? Like, are you there yet? Like you don't care what people think anymore.
I don't care what people think anymore, but like I think with auditioning and stuff, like it's still always like
kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah, nerve-wracking. So I have the confidence, but it's like sometimes
you always get that nervous.
You always get
no matter
right?
what.
If you're me, bro, you should be nervous.
It's called being passionate, man. It's called being passionate. That's what I say. If you have passion for something, it's always gonna get you nervous before you like go. So if you do audition and you see other people that like are maybe like in the lobby with you, or if it's an online one, they sometimes have like digital lobbies where like everyone's just kind of like on Zoom and you're just chilling, and you're like, damn, there's a lot of people in here. Like, ooh, we all look good. Like, oh, that's some heavy hitters. I haven't seen a couple of your work. I'm like, ooh, okay. You get nervous, but like, just like if you need me to take my shirt off and stuff, like, nah, that confidence is like, I'm in run clubs and stuff.
Yeah, like
it's
you've
hot.
done it for so long.
We in Houston, bro. We are in Houston. It's hot and humid out here. If you outside working out anything and
that shirt coming off.
Yeah, that shirt coming off. No matter what. Be outside.
So what are your words of advice to those that are like maybe scared or
just have no confidence
themselves? Like people that lack confidence, what would you tell them if you want to tell the people?
I'll just say, don't listen to the noise. It's like just lock in with yourself. Don't let that outside noise get to you. If it's something that you have a goal or something that you want to obtain, just, put that work in. So if you are looking to lose weight, you're looking to gain muscle, you're looking to change a career path, you ain't got to do it all overnight, but just start, I think sometimes it's just so it's daunting for us to look at the bigger picture, to look at like that end goal and see what you got to do to get there. And you're like, man, like how do I get there? But I just tell everyone, just like it's those little steps. It's that journey that's gonna get you there. So if you are like lacking confidence, you want to turn up, get in the gym. Do whatever works best for you. Or if you're a morning person, go in the morning. If you are an evening person, go in the evening. If you just want to go super late, find your gym that's 24 hours find what works for you. You want to build that confidence. If it's modeling you wanted to go in, take classes. If it's acting, take the acting classes. Just start. Just basically, start somewhere. Just get that ball rolling. Don't look at the end goal and be like, just look up like, hey, you know what? If I want to get here, let me first start doing this. And then once you start doing that, you're like, okay, cool, I got this. All right, let me take it up a notch. You done lost a couple pounds, everything get tight. You're like, okay, cool. Let me set up on a shoot or something. Oh, this wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Okay, let me reach out to more people. And then it just starts opening up more things.
I think it's the start that's hard. It's the beginning.
Always.
It's the beginning. It's hard for
people
to start.
That's what I want to say. So basically, my best advice would be just do it. Just start. Whatever, I don't care, whatever it is. If it's something that's in you, if that's just something that you have passion for, something that you believe in, just start it. And don't jump out the window and quit your job and everything like I did right away because
don't be too crazy. Yeah, you can take risks, but
sometimes
be mindful.
But sometimes that risk may be what you need to take.
Exactly.
That's literally what I did, and like it was the best thing for me. But at that time, I was
going through it.
I was going through it. I went down, baby. I was like, whoa, what is going on? But like literally, I think it was God saying, okay, you know what? This is something you believed in. This is something you want to do.
I got
Look
you.
at you. I got you. Just keep believing. Put that faith in. Yes. Look at where you are now. So thanks.
So would that be advice that you would give to your younger self if you could go back in time?
Yeah, just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. As much as you are thinking like, oh, like if I can't do it now, the time has passed. It's like, no, it's not. The things that you want to do, it's not going nowhere. That's usually what I got to tell myself. Like, it's like you just
giving us game.
Just like the entertainment business, podcasting, digital, everything is just evolving. It's not going nowhere. So people who feel like, oh, I want to start now. If I'm not starting now, I want to keep up with the Joneses. Like my life is over. I can never make it. It's like, no, you can always start. Just start. Just start.
Just
That is
start
the big
somewhere.
thing. Just start somewhere. Just do it. And then once you put that out into the world,
You'll
and
slowly
people are
see
like,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
you'll
start
slowly
seeing
see
it. And then
it.
people are like, oh, okay. And you can't give up. That's the thing. You can't give up.
I think that's the
Once
main
you
thing.
start, like, you just can't give up.
You got to give it 100%.
You have to be Delulu out here. You gotta be Delulu out
Just
here.
do it like Nike.
Do it like Nike. Just do it and be Delulu. You have to believe in yourself. If someone's telling you no, whatever, like obviously if it's something that you want to do that's entertaining, like you got to be somewhat entertaining. But you know, if it's something that you know you got it, if it's art that you want to do or you know whatever, and you know that you got that skill, or if you got to go back to school for it and you believe in yourself, do it.
It's okay to be delusional sometimes.
It is.
I
you
be
got to.
delusional all
You
the time.
got to be delusional because
you got
in the
to
end, when it
nowadays.
all works out, everyone's just like,
Then you're like,
"Whoa."
it's not really delusion.
Yeah, but in the beginning, everyone's like, "Hey,
Yeah,
what's
you're crazy.
going
What
on?
you
You crazy?
doing?
What are you doing?" Da, 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 da. But then once it start going, they're like, "Oh,
They're going to start supporting you and
yeah."
stuff.
And then all of a sudden they start, "Wow, I saw that.
Hey,
That looks really
Brandon,
cool." Yeah.
So speaking of that, did you ever have anyone around your corner tell you that you couldn't do it?
I don't think I had anyone tell me that I couldn't do it, but they were just they're
Iffy about
asking
it.
me like how where are you going to make this work? Like how do you make money from this? Like you've already been to school, you done got this degree, you got bills that you got to pay, you know, you're a grown adult. So how do I turn this into some type of monetary gain to just sustain?
Yeah, I think those are like valid questions. Cause
Those are
and
valid
there
questions.
are valid questions, and you know, it was like some that I had to answer. It was like, shit, you know, how am I gonna make this
You
work?
have to
That's
ask yourself those questions sometimes.
You really do. Then you're like, oh shit, how am I gonna make this work? How do I
Make this work.
Yeah, like
shit. Like, maybe they're right.
Like
but,
you know, I don't want to be a bum in my 30s. Like, I don't want to be out here like, oh god. So you know, you just figure it out. You just and those are the times it was hard.
What
but
kind of answers were you giving them? Were you just like, watch this?
I would just be like,
Or you wouldn't even know at the time.
Yeah, what did you tell them? Were you like,
bro, that's a
just,
really good
just
question,
trust in
baby.
me. Just trust in me.
I think I would. Ooh, that's a really good question, brother.
If you could recall.
I can. I think that I initially in the beginning I just didn't tell anyone.
Okay.
So that's why, like, when I finally told my parents, I was already quit. So it's like, hey, and then after that, once they knew, it's like, you know what's going on. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, I really don't know, but like, I'm gonna get back to you.
But they still supported you?
I mean, yeah, it's just your family. They still support you, but they're also just kind of like asking you questions like, what's going on? Like, how
Like, how are you going to do this, man?
you gonna do this? Is everything okay? Like
I'm nervous for you.
yeah. So it was a lot of that, but I was just able to I just didn't tell it. I just didn't tell them. To be completely honest, I just kind of kept it to myself.
Right.
And then if they did ask me, I'll just be like, I'm trying to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, maybe it's for the better, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you just got to figure it out on your own before you start telling everybody.
So we mentioned just do it a lot, right? The slogan,
Uh-huh.
Nike. What is your dream collab? What is the one company you haven't worked with but would die to work with? Would die to shoot a commercial for?
shoot a commercial for. Shoot, I mean, I feel like anyone that's cutting the check, baby.
There's
dream,
got to be a specific brand.
a specific brand. That's a good question, dog. I don't even know, man. I think I just want to be working, brother. It
doesn't matter who.
It doesn't matter
Anything
who,
that
bro.
supports me and the family?
Anything that's just gonna support me and the family. So any brand, but I think right now, like my goal is just I would want to be like right now. I'm taking the acting classes. Like I would love to be on anything, any type of movie, Netflix, TV, whatever. Right now, it's just you got to crawl before you ball. And like I've already like dropped that ego stuff, so I'm just like whatever that is meant to be will be. So, but that's like my next goal is to do anything within the TV and film realm. So it's like whatever I get booked for, whatever I audition for, and I get it. It's cool, but
We believe in you, man.
Heard you,
Thank
heard
brother.
you.
We
Yeah.
believe in you.
Appreciate
Hey,
it,
shout out
bro.
to Brandon once again, man.
Yes,
That
sir.
wraps
Yeah.
up the second episode of the For Real Talk. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Model, content
Thank you,
creator,
thank you.
all
Sir.
around entertainer, man. Shout out your socials.
Hey, y'all can find me on Instagram at Mr. Brandon Justin. That's MrBrandon Justin. Little can't spell. Mr. Brandon Justin.
Yeah, yes, sir. Appreciate you for coming out, you know what I'm saying, despite your busy schedule. But yeah, y'all tap in with For Real Talk on Instagram,
Appreciate
Hey,
you
lock
guys.
in with these
Spotify,
boys, bro. Appreciate
TikTok.
y'all having me
Yes,
out, man,
sir.
bro. I had a good time.
Peace.
Always, man.
Yes, thank y'all.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, all right.